Hello Tankers and welcome to the third episode of the International TO video blog. You know what they say, the client is always right. Well, this does not apply to our game, as in Tanki Online it's not the client who's always right, it's the server.
Online games utilize a system which consists of a client and a server. In browser games, such as TO, the client is the browser.
A client is the visual part, whatever the player sees in the game. It performs calculations and some physical modeling.
However, the client in multiplayer games cannot exist independently. It needs to constantly synchronize with other clients. This is the job of the server.
The server is responsible for all major calculations. It stores player data, crystals, garage items, ranks and so on.
A client is in constant contact with the server, updating it on every action a player makes. The server determines whether these actions are possible or not, then makes additional calculations as necessary and updates the other clients accordingly.
This is a huge amount of information. The server processes up to 250,000 commands per second.
While the server and the client are exchanging data, lags can happen. If the internet connection is not stable, there may be delays in the delivery of the information. For example, the client might think the enemy tank is right in front of you, while it is in fact far away and already destroyed. This happens because the client has not yet received the updated information. For the new version of TO, we'll be fully reworking the client and significantly revising the server part.
All data is calculated in real time, not at the end of the session. In the local demo of the game, we have implemented all the unique features and behavior of turrets and hulls. Now we need to instruct the client on how to interact with the server. We will start implementing this client-server interaction with an example of Thunder and Izida.
For example, when firing a Thunder, the client sends details on the position of the turret, the shot itself, the hit and the area of splash damage. The server receives, calculates and checks this data and then updates all clients about which players have sustained damage and the extent of it. Although this sounds simple, you must remember that the server interacts with hundreds of thousands of clients at the same time and must reply to each request within milliseconds. Keeping this process fast and effective is a very challenging exercise.
Video of the week time. In the last 7 days we have received more than 100 clips on this email address, but as usual, only one of them carries away the 40,000 crystals prize. And here is the winner. By the way, 2 weeks ago we showed you how the guys from the German Tanki tutorials team conquered the highest building in the game. Russian poker specialists from TOT have also done it, but in a much more elegant way. Just a bunch of twins and voila! A while ago we made a post on our Facebook page where you could ask all sorts of questions about the game and things related to it. Now we've picked the most interesting of them and are ready to give some answers. Let's start. Nick Hu asks how gold boxes drop and how they're affected by the battle fund. This is how the gold box works. Each crystal added to the battle fund can trigger a gold box drop. So every time the fund is increased by 1 crystal, the server decides whether to drop the box or not. The chances are 1 to 7,000. It's like spinning a wheel with 7,000 segments and only one of them gives the gold. As a result, the gold box can be dropped for any battle fund size, whether it's 500 crystals or 15,000. Another player suggests that Tanki Online should have its own social network. Although there won't be a special TO social network, our intention is to make Tanki Online and other future games by Alternativa parts of one social gaming network. This is a truly ambitious task and you can find more about it at Alternativa Platform's website. The link to it can be found below this video. Attila Jr. asks us why the Brazilian version of Tanki is located on separate servers and why we and BR players cannot play together. It's all due to a small but very annoying word. Ping. Ping increases with distance. The larger the distance, the bigger the ping, and the longer it takes for a game to react to your actions. Brazil is pretty far away, so it needs its own separate servers in South America to cater for consistent gameplay. Tanki online meme contest is over. We have received more than 500 entries, and it was extremely hard to pick only 3 of them. But here they are. The comic captions has also ended, loads of very good entries here too, and these are the best of them. The FIFA World Cup is in full swing. Quite a lot of games have already been played, and we've already seen some unexpected victories and crushing defeats. We've had quite a lot of posts asking, tell us the secret, how many paints have been bought during the Football Frenzy event? So here is the total number of all paints bought in all versions of the game, including Brazilian and Chinese Tanki. The most popular paint is no, it's not Brazil, it's Russia, and do not ask me why. And the least popular paint is, well, this will be the question of this week. Which fans' paint has been bought by the least players? Tell us in comments on YouTube and Facebook. Last week we asked you who will be destroyed by a railgun. The answer is kind of complicated, as 2 tanks exploded in Moonwalker and Roger paints. That was a tricky question, so tricky in fact that we only have winners in some of the media. Well done. That's all for today. If you haven't done it yet, follow us on social media, subscribe to this YouTube channel, and of course, like this video blog. Our analysts say that the more likes the vlog gets, the higher the chances of a gold box drop. See ya!